And yes, my name is John Stage. I get it. It sounds made up. I know it. It's at least suspicious, right? I know. It's my real name, I promise. Hey, if I was going to make up a stage name, I would go with Mike Stage, right? Because that's pretty lame. Yes, that's what it deserved. Thank you very much. Yeah, I wish I had a nickname. I've never had a good nickname. When I was a senior in high school, the captain of the football team called me Douche. That was my nickname? Douche. That's not great. Especially when some like nerdy freshman would walk up to you and was like, hey, what's going on, Douche? Nope, that's not for you. You know? It's one thing when the captain of the football team calls you Douche. It's quite another when the second chair trumpet at the jazz band calls you Douche. Not happening. Yeah, I grew up in a small town. We had so little diversity in my high school, we made fun of the Italian kid. Aha, you're tan. How'd you get tan? I was jealous. Actually, the Italian kid, his nickname was Chico, because we didn't have any Mexicans that lived in that little town, and he was the brownest child. Yeah, it was a racist little town, which sounds redundant to me, really. All right, good, some readers in the audience, that's good. That's good. The first time I ever met my brother-in-law, he said, hi, my name is Grant, you can call me G-Money, and I thought, I'm not doing that. Right, you can't give yourself a cool nickname. That's not how nicknames work. You get a nickname from something stupid you did in college, something dumb you said in high school, or a birth defect. That's how you get nicknames. I do like the irony of calling the giant kid Tiny, though. I've always liked that. 4 eyes, I've gotten that one before. We had a kid in high school, and he sweat normal over here, but over here he would sweat down to his belt loop. He was gross. Yeah, we called them puddle pits. That was fun. I hope he had that looked at. Jeez. But that's how you get nicknames, you know? If you have an odd-shaped skull, you're AK. If you have big ears, you're Dumbo. If you're a girl, slut. I didn't make up the rules. I didn't make them up. I'm just playing along, okay? All right. Tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a married guy. I've been married for 22 years. 22 years of marriage. All right, give it up for staying together for the sake of the kids. You guys are nice people. Yeah, but you know, we're getting older. We're an aging couple. When you get older, you start talking about things you've never talked about. Like lately, we've been talking about retirement and the cost of retirement. And I think we finally found a plan we could afford. It's called murder-suicide. Yeah. It's like the cheapest one. It's pretty great. I do have to buy a gun, though. I think I'm going to get something fancy, you know, something flashy, because nothing's too good for my girl. And I promised her, one shot, bang, because I love you. That's why. And I'm going to take that gun, I'm going to probably bury it in the neighbor's yard. I can't do suicide. I can't do it. I haven't talked to her about the second half of her plan, but I think it stinks. Besides, I think with our current assets, one of us could actually live quite comfortably in retirement. And I think she knows that too, and that's why she continues to cook with butter. She's going to get rid of me the way women have been getting rid of men throughout eternity. Heart disease. He liked butter cookies. What was I going to do? He liked butter cookies. I know 2020 was a crazy year for everybody. It was a big year for me, though. In 2020, I turned 50, and I started my career in stand-up comedy. So if you've never seen what a midlife crisis looks like, hi, I'm John. This is what a midlife crisis looks like when you can't afford a Corvette. So, yeah, let's go try stand-up comedy instead. I don't know, Corvette, pretty appealing. I would even take a high-mileage convertible Mini Cooper at this point, you know what I'm saying? This is rough. But I asked my wife if I could get a girlfriend. Yeah, I asked. I don't want to cheat on my wife or go behind her back or lie to her. I love my wife very much. I want to stay married to her for the rest of my life. I do. But I also, you know, would like a girlfriend. What? I think I just want someone to be nice to me. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much? So I asked, I said, honey, can I get like a 20-something-year-old girlfriend? And my wife, she looked me up and down and she goes, probably not. That wasn't very nice. Wasn't that nice. Yeah, but I'm sure I couldn't get a 20-something-year-old girlfriend. And it's not just the packaging, because I'm not wrapped as tight as I used to be. I think the real reason is girls in their 20s don't want to hear interesting stories about things that happened in the 80s, you know? My 10th birthday, I got a transistor radio, and she got an iPhone. It's different. She didn't watch 80s movies or listen to 80s music. She certainly wouldn't want to hear my theories on Reaganomics. She's probably not even impressed that I could program a VCR. You know, in the 90s, I was kind of a catch. Just saying. Just saying. That's okay. That's all I've been obsessed with my age ever since I turned 50. I think it's because, like, when I was a young boy, my grandparents were in their 50s, and I thought they were the oldest people ever to walk the earth. But now that I'm in my 50s, I'm doing stand-up comedy and trying to grow my Instagram following. So it's different, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I think I'm doing pretty good for a guy in his 50s. Have you seen men in their 50s? They are old, fat, bald, drunk sacks like garbage. I'm doing pretty good. You don't think I can work a little magic at a Planet Fitness? Come on. All those single moms, I walk into a Planet Fitness lonely, I come out a stepdad. Okay? Oh, man. Yeah. My health is pretty good, though, for a dude in his 50s. You know, my mind is right. My brain's probably working gooder than it's ever worked, honestly, if you think about it. I take a few extra pills, you know, some heart medication. I take some hydrocodone before I go to parties. I'm super chill at parties. I am fun. But I am disgusting naked, so I've got that. My problem is I'm drenched in hair. It's a lot. Like, trust me, without these clothes on, it's upsetting. I got a massage a couple of weeks ago and I kind of forgot. And I took off my shirt, like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm gross. And that's too late for the little old lady who had to come in and rub oil all over my fat, hairy back with her bare hands. But to this lady's credit, I only heard her gag like twice. I thought that was good. And she shuddered once. That one hurt my feelings. I couldn't even relax during the massage. I just laid there over and over again recalculating her tip. I paid more for the tip than I did for the massage. And that was just to pay off my conscience. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. I'm a dad, I have kids. 2 sons, they're both boys, he and his. I don't know what you need to know. They're good guys. They are good guys. The oldest one is in college. He's doing really good. He's a smart kid. He's getting good grades. He's studying cinematography. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. And he's explained it to me a couple of different times too. I can't get the concept. I've never paid more money for something I have no idea what I'm getting in return. You know, like, here's the equivalent of a house. What do I get? You won't understand. I'll take it. I can't make fun of him. I studied journalism in college, and you can tell what a successful journalist I was by my stand-up routine. Yeah. My youngest son is 6'5", 300 pounds, and he just turned 16 years old. Yeah, and I'm supposed to be the alpha in the house. Right. Hey, get out of my chair. I don't want to. I'll get a new chair. What am I gonna do? When he walks into the kitchen, we scatter. We're just like, take whatever you need. We'll replenish in the morning. Just take whatever you want. 6'5", 300 pounds. I'm 5'11". My wife is 5'4". He wants to know who his real parents are. Yeah, I tell him, I know you're ours, and I don't know a weird freak genetic mutation took place to give us this giant moose, but he's our moose. He is our moose. I tell him, I know you're ours. I was there for the birth. I was there for the conception as well, and I have pictures of both, but he doesn't want that kind of proof. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been fantastic, and can't thank you so much. Thank you.